now joined by our second place finisher, Kevin Harvick, driver of the number 33 Menards Ream Chevrolet. Kevin, a solid night for you guys. Talk a little bit about your run here at Charlotte.
Yeah, usually, the night race at Charlotte isn't that much fun just because the cars are so fast you can't move around. But tonight was a different story. You could move all over the racetrack and run the top, the bottom, and the middle. But for us, as the night went on, our car got looser up off the corner, and 20 seemed to get a little bit better, and we just lost a little bit of pace there. So all in all, it was a good night for us.
We are now joined by our third place finisher in the Dollar General 300, driver of the number 2 One Main Financial Chevrolet, Elliott Sadler. Elliott, a solid day for you in the points. You now have a 13-point lead over Ricky Stenhouse in the championship. Talk a little bit about your run today.
It was a good run for us. Anytime you gain points on your competitors, and to run like we did, we led laps, sat on the pole, finished third. We're gonna call this a good night. We really wanted to win this race. I got my whole family. It's the first time my whole family's been at a race in a long, long time, and we're all here. And I was so proud of my mom for coming with me tonight and getting to ride around in the truck with me after after we sat on the pole before the race started. Was pretty cool, man. It was pretty special to me. But so we didn't get to win, but we did finish third in our pink car, and we felt like we learned some things tonight that's going to help us for the other mile and a half left. And so all in all, we're going to call it a good day.
All right. Do we have any questions for Elliott Sadler? Okay. We'll start up front here with Mike. Right here. Right here. Here we go.
MikeHembrySpeed.com. Elliott, you got a little bit of a cushion now on points. The track's remaining. Any particular thing you consider a pothole you're most worried about?
I think Kansas is going to be a pothole for all of us because we don't know anything about the tire and we don't know anything about the asphalt. So we do get a test session, but I think that's the biggest wild card. Texas, we've already raced there this year. We've already raced at Phoenix, which we were able to win at Phoenix. Ricky won at Texas, so we know what's going to happen there. Homesteads, it's the normal old homestead that we know a lot about. So I would say Kansas right now is the last, kind of wild card race where it's going to be a really hard tire. Goodyear's got to come, so you're going to be chattering the right front or the right rear and all those things till your tires get good and hot. It should be a handful, but to me, that's I think the biggest unknown element that we have left with only 4 to go.
All right, we've also been joined by our 6th place finisher, Austin Dillon, driver of the number 3 Advocare, or actually tonight, Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boat Chevrolet. Austin is the highest finishing rookie. Austin, talk a little bit about your strong run tonight at Charlotte.
Yeah, coming into this race, we knew it was kind of our worst race of the last 5 that we had. And we worked hard on coming here with a package that we thought would be better than the last race. And when we did, we improved and built our notebook. It was just we were way too tight. We corded the tire every time we came in. So the last stop on green flag, we had to get 2 tires just because we were worried about the right front, and it was getting tighter as we ran. So we'll learn from this and loosen our car up next time we come to this night race.
All right. Do we have any additional questions for Elliott or Austin? Okay. Let's come up front here.
Mike Neff from FrontStretch.com. Elliott, you were pretty sure you weren't going to make it on fuel. I know you were like 5 to 7 laps short. Was there any thought of coming in a little bit earlier, kind of like the 18 did, and throwing the 2 tires on to see if that would give you a little bit more of an advantage to run a little bit on fresh tire?
If we were playing catch-up in the points, that's what we'd have done. But I think in the position we were in, we played the safest possible pit strategy we could do, and that's pretty much the leader pitted a lap before we did. So we thought we could come in and get gas only and really not get a lap down, or if we got a lap down, we'd be one of the first ones to get a lap back with the lucky dog. So when you're racing for points this late in the season, Luke has been very good this year on being very aggressive and out-of-the-box calls, but we really kind of tonight want to do the normal call, just get gas only. We didn't want to take any chances of having a loose lug or anything like that. We just got gas only, kept the track position, and by far that was the best strategy that we could have used. This point of the season, you don't want to try to gain 2 points and lose 15. That's just wouldn't be smart racing.
All right, well, we'll go upstairs. Any questions upstairs for Elliott or Austin?
Where have you been, Bob?
Jim Utter, Charlotte Observer for Elliott. You've talked before about the championship race upstairs. About you, Austin, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Once again, all three of you in the top 7 tonight. Do you expect to see it this way right to the finish?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the stats of all three of us, Austin has the best average finish of all of us on mile and a halves. You know, Ricky has won a couple of his races this year on mile and a halves, and I think we've been consistent on mile and a half. So all three of us run good at this style of racetrack. So I don't see one of us or the other really dominating the other two guys. I see us all around each other. I mean, it seemed like every time I looked up at the scoreboard tonight, we were on one side or the other of the 6, and the 3 was like right with us also. And I just think that's how it's going to be, because we both got really good race cars and we all got really good equipment, and we just all seem to get around these mile and a halves pretty well. So I don't see 1 mile and a half that we're going to like one big advantage for one driver or the other. I think we're all going to be pretty close, and that means you better have your mess together and run in the top 4 or 5, you know, or you're going to lose points to the other two guys.
All right. Any additional questions upstairs? All right. We'll come down here to Stan.
Hey, Elliott, Stan Creekmore with RPMTonight.com. You've been in championship chases before. The media asks you at every single event, you know, what do you think about, you know, your points and all. Do you try to put it behind you, or are you one of the types of drivers who just constantly thinks about it, if you will?
I'm going to be honest with you. This is fun. This is fun for me. I've been in a lot different situation in a race car than what I am right now. I got a great race team. I got a hell of an owner that's all about racing. We're all pulling the string the same direction. Our teams all work well together. This is fun. It's fun being competitive every weekend and running for a championship. If you're competitive, I mean, that's what we do. This is what it's all about. I'm definitely cherishing this moment. I cherished it last year. Even though we didn't win the championship, it was fun being in that battle. And I'm doing it again this year. This is what racing's all about. Showing up, knowing you're going to be competitive, knowing under pressure, you better do your job. Don't make any mistakes. Get on pit road like you're supposed to. Don't make any mistakes with lap cars. But at the end of the day, this is what we do. So to me, I'm looking at it as fun, man. This is what you dream of as a kid, to have a kick-ass race team to show up every week that's behind you 100%, and you get to go out and battle every weekend. So that's my mentality for it. Sir?
All right. We'll go to Bob.
Bob Hocker, Sporting News. Elliott, do you guys ask the 33 next Thursday to test different stuff than what you've got on your car to kind of help you for the weekend? Do you try to take advantage of having more cars than Ricky with that extra practice session?
We hadn't had that discussion yet. That's a good question, Bob. But, you know, all three of our cars are very similar. You know, I know exactly what Austin's running all the time. He knows exactly what I'm running, and whoever's in the 33, we all know that. So I promise you, when we go to test next Thursday at Kansas, we'll all be very similar, where we can get to the same point. And we might go off in different ways, try some different spring shot combinations or whatever. Our crew chiefs do a good job of meeting, I bet, on Thursday night, and we'll all debrief. We debrief after every practice together, drivers, crew chiefs, everything, to make sure we're all on the same page. And that's going to continue to happen, and we'll do that at Kansas, of course. We're not, I mean, Ernie does a good job with the 33 of trying different things, but as a race team, we're all can get to where we need to be with each other, and I'm sure we'll help each other as much as we can next Thursday.